I'm using my jeans foot again. There are several layers to stitch through, so you need all the help you can get. I like to start at the underlap end of the waistband so that there are no visible joins in the top stitching. This makes it a little tricky on the first run, as you have to deal with your garment gathered up on the right of the sewing rather than spread out on the left. You will have tested your top stitching again. Hold your fabric firmly, but don't try to pull it through. Let the feed dogs do the work. Keep the work as straight as you can. The bulk of the denim is inclined to take you off course. Turn at the end. Don't forget to turn with the needle down in the fabric. My stitch compensation tool has been essential with this project. If you haven't got one, fabric folded works pretty well. I often use a piece of spare belt loop. If possible, this line of stitching at the end should line up with the front fly top stitching. Looking forward to the next stage, you may like to combine securing the top end of the belt loops here during the top stitching. You will soon develop your favourite methods. The return run is much easier as there are no lumps to machine over. If the stitch isn't perfect, don't worry at all. Jeans rarely have a perfect finish. I'm pleased with this top stitching. My domestic machine handles the thick layers pretty well, as long as I take my time. A quick press of the waistband before we move on to the loops. I always start with the least visible with all things like belt loops and buttonholes, or the things that may not be perfect first time. All our loops should be the same length at this stage. Decide on the sort of belt you're going to wear to get the loop size correct. You want to allow a little bit extra for the reinforcing stitches that fix the belt loops into position. Doing the belt loops this way gives us some space to invisibly stitch the loop into position. Pin carefully in position. Double check our belt has a little bit of ease. So position them all in the same way. This is the method I describe in my jeans PDF. But I am always thinking of better ways to do things. And next time I may try making the loops much longer and securing them at the lower edge of the waistband on the inside. Let's get those stitched. So, holding the loop out of the way, just do a few stitches backwards and forwards. If you're finding this difficult, it may be easier to hand stitch the loops on the inside. Remove the pins. Then pull the loop down to stitch across the top of the loop. Again, a few stitches backwards and forwards. You may feel you want to use the yellow top stitching thread here, but it isn't easy to make these stitches look neat. You don't want to draw attention to them. I prefer to use matching thread. Then secure the other end. Again, get the loop into position, lower the needle and secure with straight stitching as before. You may find it easier to stitch with the loops behind the foot. My foot is rather large, so you may find this process easier. So that is all the loops done. Take a little time to admire your work. Make sure that all loose ends are trimmed as you go along. I'm keen to see how this will look with the belt. I've had this belt since the 60s. And I still love it with jeans. Right, now we can move on to the hems. Trim the raw edge, it's getting a little frayed. Turn through to the inside to do the hems. Turn up about 1/2 inch and press. It is a good habit to reduce bulk when you can, so snip the inside seam at the fold and press the allowance in the opposite direction. Then fold up another 5/8 of an inch or so and press. There is no need to pin, it will stay put while stitching. Then top stitch about 1/2 inch from the fold all round, starting at the inside seam. My machine has a free arm. If yours is a flat bed, you will find it easier to turn the jeans inside out. That's looking great.